Ah!
Yes. Did you injure yourself on the chair?
I hit myself in the testicles!
I have to ask, why did you hit yourself in the testicles?
I didn't mean to!
Is that your new fetish? That's the only reason I can think of.
Fuck you! Oh my god!
Hello, welcome back, my friends. If you're new here, I am Lance B, and today we're reacting to another Mike Burnfire featuring Zach Hazard, and the title is. The second word is really funny: Monoxide, Woobie, and Laundry for the Campfire stories. Woobie, I'm really intrigued what the story is behind that. So let's get right into this reaction, and here we go.
Yeah, and I am moving, 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 and I am
Sucks, don't get it.
Well, that's what you get for not having a carbon monoxide detector in your house, but it actually happened to you at work, didn't it?
Yes, it happened at work.
So having one in your house wouldn't have helped.
The HVAC guys had just been there, and they had been working on it. One of the vents that was in there basically got stuck closed, so our boiler was blasting exhaust gases into the building. So at a certain point throughout the workday, I started feeling kind of dizzy. And I was like, wow, this sucks. I wonder why I'm so dizzy. This is dumb. I just bumped into a door. I hate this. I mentioned that I felt dizzy to one of my coworkers, and he was like, yeah, I kind of have a headache. And he'd been trying to cut back on his drinking, so he jokingly said, oh yeah, it's probably because I'm having withdrawals from drinking. And we were like, ha ha ha, what a good joke.
I can't believe that's contagious. Ha ha ha, why do we all have headaches?
Well, I didn't have a headache at the time. 20 minutes later, I was like, okay, now I have a headache. I want to throw up. I feel like garbage. I'm going to go stand outside. So I stood outside for like 10, 20 minutes. When I came back inside, I was like, wow, it smells like gas in here. And the moment I thought, wow, it smells like gas in here, I couldn't smell it anymore.
You thought, okay, must have been a fluke.
I thought it was just in the stairway or something. Then my ears started ringing, and I started getting really nauseous, and I had a really dull, throbbing headache. Ooh. I kind of thought maybe I was being poisoned by carbon monoxide, and so I told basically everybody else in the building, I'm like, I think we're getting carbon monoxide poisoning. We just stood outside, and then only went inside for like 10 minutes at a time, and then went back outside.
At this point, you already suspect that the building is filled with deadly gas.
Well, because we still had to close everything down. I can't just not lock all the doors and leave the registers in.
You can if there's a health hazard there.
The doors still have to be locked and everything.
Oh,
anyway,
there's a fire in the building. It's consuming us all. Well, I gotta go lock up the cash register. Hold on.
Oh my god. At one point, I had to go downstairs. I came back upstairs, and I felt like I had just finished running a marathon. My legs were basically rubber. I was trying to write down numbers. I had to write down the number 8 6 times before I got it right. The number 8!
Number 8.
And then I drew a 9?
Tell me how the different ways you screwed up the 8. Did you forget parts of it?
It was like too narrow.
Did you make 3 loops accidentally instead of 2?
Yeah, stuff like that. Like just screwing it up. And when I wrote the number 9, I made the bottom of the line way too long. So it was like a 9 with 6 L's attached to it. So at the end of the day, I sat outside. I'm just gonna have to wait before I drive home.
All 4 of you felt nauseous?
I probably got the worst of it.
Okay, so you all walked outside and you went, that sure sucked. Felt like we were all being gassed. See you tomorrow.
Pretty much. So I sat outside for a while, breathed fresh air, got in my car, rolled all the windows down, drove home, got home, called my girlfriend, and I was like, I feel like crap. I'm just gonna take a nap. And she went, no, you're going to the hospital. How did you get home? Did you drive? And I was like, yes. So she got very mad at me because I did not want to go to the hospital because we live in America. And then she gently reminded me that I have insurance through the VA. And also, to use her words, I have a fucking credit card. I ended up going to ER. They put me on oxygen. I basically lay in a bed for 3 hours.
Did they know you had poisoning?
No, when I went to ER, I told them. They asked, what are you here for? And I said, I got poisoned
You didn't know that. You suspected it, though.
I was 99% positive.
You were 99% positive you had been poisoned, but you went home and relaxed anyway.
Pretty much what happens when you get carbon monoxide poisoning is they put you on oxygen. And that's it.
So you're like, I can get oxygen for free.
I can get oxygen for free by lying in my bed.
I'm sure the CO2 levels will go down by themselves.
No, that's carbon dioxide.
CO1 levels.
The CO level.
Yes.
It's just CO.
Whatever.
Because it's carbon monoxide.
Yes. Nobody calls it Toy Story 1, but it's Toy Story 1. We get it.
Yeah. Okay, what were we talking about?
Okay, first of all, I love the fact that he's over here. Mike is over here at the campfire. Looked like he's about to start capping fools while he's telling the story. And who is this chick right here? Is this your captive? She looks like some chick from Cyberpunk 2077. I do love the fact that they use this as their like backdrop where they tell these little stories. I think it's the most cleverest thing ever.
So when I went to the hospital, they put me on oxygen for 3 hours, and they did some blood tests, and they told me, okay,
congratulations, you're HIV positive.
They didn't tell me that.
They're keeping it a secret from you?
I don't think I'm HIV positive.
How many monkeys have you had sex with recently?
None!
Okay.
And that would be AIDS!
Well, HIV leads to AIDS.
That would be AIDS or Ebola.
Do you have Ebola? You know?
Am I sloughing my internal organs out of my rectum?
Maybe you're not showing symptoms yet.
They did a blood test. Doctor came back and they said
Gotta jump
the
to
normal
the AIDS, really?
adult carbon monoxide levels would be about 2 to 3%. Mm-hmm. Very, very low.
Not very many percents there.
No. Yours was at 14.
So 14% of your blood was poison.
As it turns out,
As they laugh
hemoglobin
about
in your
it.
blood says, I'm going to take this carbon dioxide to the lungs. It thinks it's carbon dioxide.
But it's really poison.
And if you get enough carbon monoxide in your lungs, the hemoglobin can't tell the difference, so the hemoglobin just starts grabbing carbon monoxide and transporting it all over the body, which is why you start getting sore and tired and sleepy.
So now you're not poisoned anymore, and most of your blood levels have returned to normal.
Yes, they've returned to normal. It was about a day later they returned to normal.
Have they installed a carbon monoxide detector?
Yes, there are carbon monoxide detectors all over the place at work.
I'm glad they did the bare minimum there.
Yeah. I legitimately did not realize anything was wrong until it was at a point where...
Until your girlfriend told you to go to the hospital.
Well, no, because if that had happened in my house, I legitimately would have just thought that I was coming down with something and I would have went to bed and died in my sleep. Short PSA, get a fucking carbon monoxide detector, because that shit's scary. Unless you're a shitty person, and then don't get a carbon monoxide detector, and also blow out the pilot light on your stove.
In case you want to kill your family, this is an easy way to do it. I wasn't too sure about your girlfriend, but now that she's kept you from dying, maybe she's okay.
Well, and a couple months back, she had a medical problem and was in the hospital, and we were joking about how instead of trying to break up with me, she just tried to die.
Yeah.
And then so now this time when this happened, she was like, "You're not allowed to die. If you want to break up with me, you have to break up with me. You can't die to get out of it."
How many different ways are you going to try and kill yourself before you admit you're unhappy with this relationship?
I'm very happy in this relationship.
Let's stop trying to kill yourself with carbon monoxide.
Cue next week where I slam my car into a tree. It had probably been like 2 hours when I hadn't used my e-cigarette because I felt like crap. On the drive home, I was like, I just need a little bit of nicotine. Took one drag off it, and I was just like, oh, that was a mistake. Why did I do that? There's no oxygen.
Oh, this is what all those warnings are about.
Sometimes I'm not smart.
You know what's great for all this poison? Water in my lungs.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm not smart. Ah!
Yes. Did you injure yourself on the chair?
I hit myself in the testicles.
I have to ask, why did you hit yourself in the testicles?
I didn't mean to.
Is that your new fetish? That's the only reason I can think of.
Fuck you. Oh my god. Ow! Ow!
Give you a moment to recover from that.
I want my Woobie!
Your what?
I want my Woobie!
Your whoopee? As in a whoopee cushion?
No, poncho liner!
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh!
Why do you need a poncho liner? For a swollen testicle? Well, I'm waiting for an answer. Why do you need a whoopee?
No, Woobie!
What are you talking about?
The poncho liner, the military blanket thingy.
I've never heard that before.
And that's like one of the only things that soldiers kept when they get out of the military is their Woobie.
What? You still haven't answered how a poncho liner makes you feel better.
Because it's a blankie.
That's what that is.
When I was in basic training, I had to give a short...
Hold on. I've been waiting for that the whole time, and a Woobie is actually like a poncho liner blanket type of thing. Okay. Why did I think of like a pacifier? I was thinking more like a pacifier. I was like, you're a little bit too grown to be worried about that. Now that makes a whole bunch of sense. Oh my God. See, I learned something new about all that military jargon because a Woobie, I would never in a million years, if I had to guess that on some like game show. Oh, hell no.
Class on how to use a washer and dryer.
Lose.
You guys had washers and dryers. You didn't have to hand wash your stuff.
Oh, like you did.
You were so spoiled.
Like you had to hand wash your clothing.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Second month of training, yeah, we did.
Don't lie.
It's the truth. You had to wash your own clothes in the big old basins they had. They didn't give us a washboard, so I didn't get very clean.
I think you're lying.
Nope, it's true.
So I went into the bathrooms, and I started doing a load of laundry, and the guy next to me was paying a little bit too much attention, and I was like, what do you want? And he goes, how do you do that? The hell are you talking about? He's like, how do I make this go? Have you never done your own laundry before? He's like, no. And he was like 21. Mm-hmm. You've never done your own laundry before. You throw all your laundry in here, you put it on cold, you dump some laundry detergent into it, and you hit run. Yep. And then close the lid. Mm-hmm. Or, if you're really bored, you shove a fork into the little switch and you watch the laundry go around in circles.
I've never thought about doing that.
I showed one person how to do it, and then he told a bunch of other people that I knew how to do laundry. So then my drill sergeant was like, show all these idiots how to do laundry. I was like, okie dokie. So I had to show everyone how to do a load of laundry.
No, in Marine basic training, we just hand washed everything.
That is stupid.
We didn't have washers and dryers.
That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
You spoiled little army brats.
Wow, the Marines really are stupid. No wonder you guys eat crayons.
I think he said he's going to, like, they do their laundry, the hand, like, on a rock or something like that, like they did back in the 1800s, 1700s. A lot of people at that age don't know how to do laundry. I learned from watching my mother. Like, when she was doing laundry, I used to follow her around and see what she was doing and kind of, like, pick up on stuff watching her, like cooking. That's how I learned how to cook. That's how I learned how to do my own laundry. When I moved out, I started doing my own laundry and I started to learn how to cook when I was like 10 years old because, you know, my parents worked. And so what else I'm going to do? Just going to have like TV dinners? That's gross. So I learned how to, you know, fend for myself and learn how to cook meals for myself. So yeah, and laundry I learned when I was like 15, I think. Ooh. And it's pretty essential stuff to learn how to do, especially when you're young and when you move out, you have to learn these things. But That was a great story. The Woobie was. I thought that was going to be a long story of like. I don't know why I was expecting Woobie. Woobie, I was expecting maybe like there was a captain and his nickname was Woobie, and there's a whole backstory about it, but not that with a punch. It's like a blanket. It's like they're blankie. That's funny. This was a great episode. I enjoy these all the time, and makes me wish I was in the military at some point. Actually, no. Girl, no. Anyway, I enjoyed this. This was great. I hope you enjoyed this. Now, if you suggest a Sir mikeburnfire video, just leave in the comments down below. And if I choose your suggestion, all you have to be is a subscriber. Be a subscriber. You suggest it, and I'll let you know that I'm going to do that video you suggested, so I can give you a shout out in that video. That gives you a little incentive to. This is a nice little say thank you for being a subscriber and join this channel and show some love to you to give you a shout out. So, a little heads up on that, and I'm so glad you guys enjoying this channel. This is my second channel, and you guys have been so amazing on this channel. And this channel's been dead for such a long time, for almost like a year, until just the last couple months. I'm like, I gotta do something with this channel. This is so sad. I'm treating it like a redheaded stepchild, and or a bastard at a family reunion. So I was like, no more of this. If I'm going to do, since I can't do my regular gaming part, let's react to gaming type of stuff, even though it's just little campfire stories. But the backdrop is gaming. That qualifies. I call that's qualification for gaming channel. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you other than that. But anyway, thank you guys so much, and take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And